Okay, so let me just start from the beginning. So the main difference between this contract and the other contract is that the first one covers the level 1 of everything. You know, level 1 repair, repair, painting. You know, the paint is level 1, 2, 3 is the whole thing because it's a painter's contract. Repair, fabrication, welding, drawing, level 2, level 1s of everything. And this one here, the fire escape mechanic contract covers the level 2s and 3. So repair.
So in the Paint Masters, you have to learn how to weld in that one.
Yeah, level 1.
Which is just flat bar stock, which is basically tack welds.
Yeah, tack welds and 1-inch welds. Because again, the fire escape, you got a fire escape to fabricate, right? There's no other job to do. You know, who are you gonna get to be welding stuff? You don't expect them to set anything up, or you know what I mean? But you know, we expect a guy to be able to weld steps, you know, and under supervision, right? Isn't that what the contract says? Under supervision, the fire escape mechanic stuff. So of course I gotta check your weld, but you're supposed to be already, you know, welding steps and stuff like that. Burning rod.
So in other words, as he's learning to be a paint master, okay, level 1 welding, which is 1-inch welds, that's 37 cents an hour raise. If you can prove that, if you can prove you can tack weld and do 1-inch welds, you get 37 cents an hour.
And the reason why how you prove it is one of them says 10 you gotta give him 10 good bars of weld. So you know you keep practicing. You know the way you do it is I teach you once how it works, and then you can show up there anytime on the weekends and nights and ask for the key. Show up there and you know you do it yourself. You do it. You practice and do it yourself. Weld. Give me 10 bars because you're not gonna give me it right away because you need to get the hang of it. It's 10 good bars. You know what I mean? So you practice. You know that's how you do it. You go there and you practice some junk piece. You practice it, you know, when you get the feel for it, you go there and you know and do a bar. That's how you do it. But you know, if you really want, you can do it real fast. You know, and you just gotta learn and practice. It's all about practice. I can only teach you the first class, and then after that, I just gotta supervise it.
Right,
so,
and then it's up to me to get the feel for it.
Yeah. So
I heard it's all in the hand.
It's all on the wrist. You know, you gotta, and it's stick welding. The class is always on stick weld because it's the hardest one, you know, that we have. Because after that, the MIG weld is a little.
MIG self-fed.
Yes, self-fed. It's easier. You know, just use the same skills.
If you can stick weld, you can MIG weld.
Yeah, you can use the same skill from the stick to apply on the other one. Okay. So again, I say here level 1, 2, and 3, but it's really level 2 and 3 because 1 should be covered on the paint master. Next one.
Must perform professionally and act
Skip that one.
responsibly.
I don't know why it's there.
Must do time and task tracking, his and his assistants.
That one is valid because the fire escape mechanic now he has a whole different sets of people under him. The paint master, he's got liberated guys or some guys that come after them. But the fire escape mechanic has paint masters under him. You know, people that actually have skills now under him. So, you know, keep track of their time and stuff like that.
Must do must have one, two. So I just jumped ahead. Must be on constant self-development mode. Read and discuss books, watch videos, and take courses that are related to your rank and higher.
Okay, so you know, just like the paint.
Can I help you?
Just like the paint tax contract, you know, this is not the highest level, so obviously you gotta be even more. You gotta be self-development.
Was my jacket taking spot? Can I help you?
Because there's a lot more here, you know, the other one on the paint.
Okay. Must have level 1, 2, and 3 tool knowledge, tool care, masonry, fabrication, hand tools, power tools, etc.
Okay. So yeah. Like I said before, it's 2.
The light doesn't work.
Like I said before, it's always 2 and 3 because the 1 is supposed to be covered on the, you know what I mean? You're supposed to know how to use a grinder level 1 already, you know?
So it's 2 and 3 tool knowledge.
Everything is 2 and 3 on this contract.
Must do site preparation and organization.
now you have to be on top. You have to know everything. Again, your paymaster is still required to be responsible for the paint side of it. But if there's no paymaster, you came from paymaster, so you know everything, right? You know the paymaster, and you know your side. You know all the preparation organization.
Okay. Must have masonry skills.
Okay. It's it's not full blown mason skills. It's just
Basic.
whatever is required of fire escape service. We don't ask you to build a chimney or a house. It's just
You
standard.
repoint.
Yeah, standard.
Installing through bolts, epoxy
Basic.
bolts.
Basic.
Basic repointing. Must have his own complete pro box.
We told you before, the fire escape mechanic is supposed to have two boxes, right? The one that he built already on Paymaster, right? And then the extra one that has the additional stuff, you know, the power tools and safe equipment and stuff like that.
Must be level 1, 2, and 3 draftsman, layout manager, plain view elevation cross section, and in scale.
Again, 2 and 3, right? There's one you should have covered. Level 1 is freehand, you know what I mean? Now it's starting to draw in scale and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Actually took some graphic arts.
Right. Now I started to draw in scale and coming up with the questions and stuff. This is a drawing scale. It's like level 2, and then you have a level 3, which is
Side view, yeah.
yeah. This is it's cross section, elevation. He doesn't have the other one. What do you call it?
Looking down through it.
Plain view one. It doesn't have one.
It's plain view looking down.
Yeah, looking down. Yeah. The level 3 would be the whole computer side of it. You know.
CAD.
CAD.
I actually took CAD.
Yeah. So yeah.
Must clean, organize, and maintain shop.
Okay. It's the same thing as the other one. Yeah.
Must do basic vehicle managing. I'm gonna say maintenance.
Yeah. I don't know why this stuff is repetitive because on the first line it says must have all requirements of paymaster. It covers all those little things that are being repeated here.
Must be compliant to existing norms and systems.
Okay.
Be trainable.
Okay. Next.
Must do level 1 and 2 job site preparation. Set up safety surface protection.
Okay. Same thing as talked about before. Some repetitive stuff. Yeah. I don't know why.
Must do level 1 training, teaching his assistant and partner. Painter, sorry. It's kind of off the page here. Level 1 area marketing, signs and business cards.
Okay.
Must have the renovator's license, EPA.
Yeah, you have to have that paymaster too. So.
Where do you go for that? City Hall or something?
You just Google it. There's different locations, just like a contract.
There are courses set up.
Must have knowledge of scaffolding and staging erection.
Yes.
Okay, just keep reading right off and I'll comment.
Yeah.
Must be a level 1 and 2 inspector. Do small fire escape inspections.
Okay, so like level 1, level 1 basically is just you go in, you know, sometimes you go in and take some pictures and check, you know, you're a fire escape mechanic, so you already know how to break down a fire escape, you know what's wrong with it, you know, what makes it work and stuff, you know what I mean, so you actually, when it comes from the bottom up, you're already being trained as an inspector, because if you know how to build, you know what to expect from it, so.
First, then you look at paint.
The manager may ask you to, you know, take some pictures of a fire escape, you know, like you do like a drive-by and stuff like that, take pictures like that. It's like level 1 inspections, you know. And then you'll make a little video as well. And then you got level 2 and 3, because that's when you gotta start building reports and stuff like that. That's a whole another
Alright, so
level.
it's not as much about the inspection itself, but it's how you document it.
Yeah, the level 1 is more about, you know, it's more about pictures, and then you gotta, you know, it's more about pictures and stuff. Level 2 would be like the actual inspection without reports, and you know without the whole paperwork that comes with it. Like you send it to somebody, and then they'll you know, anybody that's a real, you know, proper inspector will be trained that's trained in it will finish up the whole report and send it to the client the whole night.
Level 3 would be speaking with the client, doing WebExes,
It's more into the marketing aspect of it.
well, no,
Not marketing.
and actual,
Sales.
maybe actual oversight
The completion
with
of
the
project.
client's contractor.
Continue on. Must have level 1, 2, 3 torching skills. Heating, bending, cutting, and hole making.
Yeah, again, everything's 2 and 3, right?
Mhm.
So, as a painter, you'll be, you're gonna be having the basics from torching as well.
Level 1.
Must perform level 1 customer service. Interaction /
That
ask
was covered already.
customer power.
That's a carryover from Paintmaster.
Yes.
Must be a level 2 and 3 fabricate. 1, 2, and 3 fabricator.
Yeah.
Drawing, tool, and material knowledge. Measurements in level 1 and 2 welding.
Yes. 2 and 3, right? 1 will be the basic stuff that you're gonna learn in the shop there, on the paint area. So yeah, level 2 and 3 stuff. I'm not gonna get into that now.
Must have safety internalization. Goggles, gloves, hard hats, harnesses, and tie-offs.
More of the right? You gotta be doing it as a second nature now,
Oh.
Not just as a law, be safe automatically.
Must know level 1, 2, and 3 fire escape repair. Paint master, tool knowledge, welding, safety internalization, job site prep, etc.
Yeah, 2 and 3, right?
Yep, 2 and 3. Must have level 2 and 3 fire escape installation knowledge. Tool structural and drawing knowledge, welding, safety internalization, job site prep, etc.
Okay, it's all different
Must
skills
be a
you try to learn. The level 2s and 3s are.
Must be a driver. Must know how to read maps and work with a GPS. Must be able to do level 1 materials and hardware procurement, Home Depot runs.
Okay.
Must have his own book of knowledge. Notebook that contains everything that you've learned in the company. Must be able to work with an assistant. Must have basic computer knowledge as far as email, YouTube videos, etc.
Basic IT knowledge.
Must do supervisory special projects as a way to move up in rank, self-development.
The same thing you did on the Paintmaster, right? You started learning the level 1s of the bits as a special project. Now we started to learn the level 1s of supervisory, you know what I mean? So I can move up to the next level. I think that's it for now.
Well, it says supervisor must have all requirements of technician.
Yeah, you don't need to cover that for now. I think we're done on the
Must be in a constant self-development mode. Watch videos, do in-house and outside courses that are related to your rank. Now it says, must do constant safety and systems policing.
Yeah.
Must do the 2 books.
So on the supervisory role, you gotta be policing the systems. You know what I mean? Actually, in any level, you gotta be policing and the systems, but more so in the supervisory role.
It just means just be flexible with it. Must know the 2 books, delegation and E-Myth.
Yes.
Must be a problem
We're gonna
solver.
cover that.
What's that?
We're gonna cover that later on. The delegation.
I know I go, I think I stop.
That they explained that to you already, right? I know I go. I think I stop.
Dan has it.
Standard for anybody in the company. Anybody, any level.
Must be able to do level 2 and 3 materials and hardware procuring. Central Street, internet purchases, etc. With Central Street. Steel, Central Steel, sorry.
Whenever we're fabricating a new project,
That's where we get our materials.
Like it goes in stages. You gotta first you gotta know how to draw. You read drawing, so you read the drawing and discuss about it, right? And then you go go from the drawing. You build your cutting sheet. And from your cutting sheet, you build your shop list. For the steel. What you're gonna need. You know what I mean? You're gonna need 6 pieces of angle. That's
2-inch
that's
angle.
40 inches. So I'm gonna need a full length because the full length is 240 inches. So these are the stages. You know what I mean? You gotta know how to draw your drawings, right? You gotta, and from there you create your cutting sheet, and the cutting sheet becomes your shopping list as well. You know what I mean? You make your shopping list from that, so that's what it is. Central materials procurement, right? If it's whether it's steel or anything from Home Depot, anything or Fastenal stuff. You gotta know what you need. Know what we work with, so you can buy it.
Okay. Must have his own video library / video manual.
Mm-hmm.
Must do managerial special projects as a way to move up in rank. Self-development. Must acquire licenses and certifications. Manager's license, etc. EPA license.
Those are outside license. That includes EPA.
What's a manager's license?
Hmm?
What's a manager's license?
I don't know. I think it's the supervisor course you take, like to pull permits and stuff.
What do you mean, like a GC? General contractor's license?
Yeah, just to pull permits and stuff.
Supervisor's license.
Yeah.
Must be a paint master training using his own video library. Just keep going. Must do level 2 time and tasks tracking. Track his text time and tasks.
That would be with the day in the glass. Okay.
Yeah.
First level is like, the little sheet there, the yellow one, the 3-fold sheet. The second level is like the week in a glance, and then third level is the day in a glance, which is more detailed.
I haven't been given those yet, right?
Yeah.
Must do level 3 fire escape inspections. Full inspection, including all the paperwork that permits to do it, pertains to it.
Yes. So like I told you, the video, the client, the WebEx, the whole thing. That's the level 2 inspection.
Must be able to use the FileMaker Pro and do inspection video reports. I don't know what that is, obviously. FileMaker Pro.
Yeah.
I'll learn later. Must be able to draw using a computer program.
Good.
I have some CAD experience. Must be level 2 trainer, developing through delegation.
Okay.
Must be level 2 travel coordinator, linguistics, expenses,
Logistics.
lodging. How do you say it? Logistics? Logistics, expenses, and lodging.
Okay.
Must be level 2 project manager, logistics. Must do level 1 and 2 interview, review compensation and dismissal.
Okay. So basically hiring, firing.
Okay. Must do system checking / testing and notifications. Must perform level 2 customer service, simple collections.
Okay. So obviously at this level you gotta be, at this level you're part of the whole system development, you know what I mean? So like you're testing and building your system, or your system is improving upon existing systems.
What is, if I can ask, what is simple collections? Level 2 customer service, simple collections. This is from the technician.
Yeah, simple collection. You're not gonna be like Armin, pounding the phones with the client, but you can collect a check that's ready for you. That's a simple collection. Call the client. Hey, I'm expected to bring home my check. Is there, you have it ready for me? Stuff like that.
If you're finishing a job or something.
You don't give that to a new hire to do that, right? So simple collections.
And this was done with Abe, you and Abe back in 2012?
I did all of this. I think I emailed to Abe and he made a copy. For some reason, that's the only copy I have.
I see Abe's signature.
Yeah, it was an email that I sent to him, and he made a copy of the email, right? I believe. And except for my iPhone. Abe never had an iPhone. So like, for some reason I lost all the other copies, and it's the only type of copy I have. You know, the one that he made it off his email account. You know, because my phone got, you know, at some point, for some reason, my other iPhone did the same thing. At some point, it deletes the whole thing. I think when it gets full or something, it deletes everything. And I lose stuff. So the next level is...
The next one is
a cheat.
Operations position level.
This is another one from Abe, signed. This is a copy of Abe's, handwritten.
I don't have
Want
that.
me to review this? Because I wouldn't mind reading through this.
It's been available, yeah, of course.
How do you turn on this light? Yeah.
Just
Full
the
logistics
switch
of-
on that yellow bulb that's sticking in the wall there. There's a switch on top.
Oh, yeah. That's
No, on the bulb itself, the one that he stuck on the wall there.
Oh.
Full logistics of jobs, 1 to 3 months in advance. In advance repair, fabrication, painting, installation, systems developer. Do you want to touch that?
I'm not doing asking the question. If you have a question, ask the question. Andre can answer for you. But before you get into that list, why don't you ask him if there's any questions on what you had? Because if you guys just rattle off the list, and it's a nice, you know, it's a nice chicken list, but, you know, if you're not gonna, you know, challenge it, ask questions or whatever, then, you know, this is just a, you know, poetry read.
We did go in detail on the paint one.
So what of that list do you have a
There's some
question on?
stuff here on the last page the book of delegation in E-Myth. I'm not sure what that's talking about. I know there are books that I haven't
That's a
read.
good question, just, so you can ask that question. What is it?
Two basic books on company policy if you're going to challenge. You better have an understanding of how the company's going to work with the E-Myth book. E-Myth book is basically what we're instilling to move in a forward direction here.
Can I get it at the library?
There's copies online, as well as the book of delegation. There's different books of delegation. They're all basically the same principle.
Just different
Just
takes.
different authors.
Different takes on it, different spin.
We do have copies somewhere, and we can touch on that. But yes, sir, you can get those online.
Okay, who's gonna show me Filmmaker Pro?
I don't know who's going to show Filmmaker Pro.
FileMaker Pro.
File.
Pro.
File, sorry.
Huh?
It's office, somebody in the office is gonna show you that, when you get up to that level.
That supervisory level stuff.
Okay. And then, all right. So what about
Well,
like
that's on the tech.
No, supervisor contract, right? The one I just read.
What are you reading off of? Are you on?
it says must be able to use FileMaker Pro and
Yeah,
do
it's a level
inspection.
3 activity.
Do inspection. I thought video because it says inspection video reports. So I mean, I guess someone will show me how to like put videos into YouTube and all that. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably doing that right away. Or I mean, I do
It's a level
doc.
3 activity.
It's level 3. Okay.
Again, this contract.
I mean, I do document stuff that I'll be doing though,
Again,
right?
this contract is
I'll
stated
get
together with
that.
the supervisor contract.
That stuff downloaded, uploaded
Wasn't
rather.
completed, but
The example
supervisor stuff.
The example that you want to use here, basically make everything so that you can ask the right questions is, you're applying for McDonald's, you're coming in under the fry position. So we talked about all the fry. Right now, we're just talking about burger position. And there's a lot of reference back to the fry position because you have to keep an eye on that area and everything else associated. The last one that you're going to go after is the cashier. And so you're asking a cashier question. Hey, what about this thing you have to do on the cashier? Dude, level 3. You
So I don't need to worry about that.
have to worry about that. But
Well, I'm not sure
you're
what I
looking at
need
a
to worry
cashier,
about.
you know, that At the end, the cashier does a thing, takes the ticket tape, pulls the cash drawer out with her or him, and they go into the office and they fill out this form. You're like, hey, when do I get to see this form? Dude, it's level 3. Don't worry about it now. But
Be worried about it.
be worried about it if you're heading that
Be worried
direction.
about it because if that's where you want to head and you want to get up into that range, know what you're in for.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was just telling me that you need to be able to document your hours and the guys below you and all that. And that seems like a pretty important part of that. So,
Well, again, document your hours. When you go to work at McDonald's, always refer back to McDonald's. Keep it simple. You go to McDonald's, the fry guy goes in and punches in the punch clock.
time clock, right? I mean, so what's the time clock here? Facebook is it?
It's the same thing, punch clock.
We have
You
a
know what I'm
punch
saying? It's not that we have a punch clock, we have a time clock, and there's a process. But it gets more complicated as you go up. But it's still a punch clock. Whether you use your own fingers to punch in, or your boss punches you in, or you know, whatever method. Level 1 punch, it's level 1 tracking. Can you track yourself?
It says must have his own video library. That's something I need to set up, right? Obviously.
Answer that question.
You have your own video library.
I'm working on mine. Again, for self-education and self-advancement, yes, you should be tracking your own
I've already been
videos,
taking
which
pictures of
I've
our
only
emergency.
sent you a link to 10 or 15 videos. As you pick up videos, you want to break them down, have questions on them, also what you're already doing in any of these videos, and you know, Cisco, step in anytime, jump in anytime, and help me out here, because
What part? Well, I got under
I, I don't, you know, I'm still picking stuff up off the floor here, so.
He knows the answer.
What was it?
I was asking, do you have a video library of your own that you?
I got some.
So would you?
A lot of my videos are here. Some of his are taking with his cameras and stuff. But you know, I have to go and search for it and put it into my own little drive and stuff like that. Anybody that's learning under me, you know, they have the option of downloading into their own computers or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. I know I have access to the one Cisco bot has already made.
Sure,
I've already seen all those on YouTube. But
I got some.
I should-
I got some on my own computer, and I got some.
you
a little
record every
scary.
job you do.
Yeah, I record anything new that I see. You know, but
Okay, so if you think it's
An
going to be
opportunity.
relevant on another
Sure,
job or something,
sure.
you'll
and
document.
that becomes my video library. You know what I mean? Anybody that's sending me, okay, go watch this video. You know what I mean? And then you know, I'll pause every 2 to 5 minutes and write about bullets about everything. You know that I've been talking about and stuff. And then if you have any questions, come ask me. You know, and that's how you teach them with the video library. You know?
Okay.
So,
I mean, it's easy to know what's relevant after. You know, hindsight's 20/20. But
yes.
you know, when you're going into something, obviously you're not recording every little thing.
Yeah. Any opportunity that you have, you're supposed to record and stuff. You know, like we're recording now. Yeah.
On the stick welding, certification, education,
Okay. Go ahead.
that's only held over at 84 Prospect. It's the only time.
Technically, you're able to do it here too, but usually we just go there. That's the easiest.
Again, in every setup there's a stick welder or a MIG welder, correct?
Yeah, but they have to have the power associated with it. You know, you can't. You know, I mean, if you don't have a proper 220, you know what I mean, plug here, you know, you're gonna start using those little 110 or whatever. They're not gonna work for a good class. You know, if you can't. You know,
There's a generator here that takes 220.
sure. Rather just hold the classes on 84 Prospect. It's the best
Next.
possible.
I'm gonna throw one piece and I gotta get rocking and rolling, but so basically what you have here, and I'll finish up on your video, and when you turn on lights you gotta turn them off. That's the big pet peeve of mine.
I'm still
Turning on lights and leaving them on day. 100-watt bulbs will cook up the fucking meter all day long. So that's number one. Video, it's very simple. you're going to be taught what to do. You're going to practice what you do. To get the money associated with what you do, you need to have a video. A lot of people make a lot of videos, but then they don't have a controlled video program, meaning he has a lot of videos, but until he makes it his own library, me training you with my videos means he has videos, but if he wants the money, he has to train you with his videos, which is copies of my video or better. So my videos are there, and I have thousands of videos. He has hundreds of videos, and he's got videos, but they're all over the place. So it's when we say your videos, you're systematic control of your own videos to train your people. But if you train your people with my video, you're not gonna get any money. I'll tell you, I'll train your people with my video, but you're not gonna get any money, and you haven't passed the course, and you're not enforcing. So the key to this is be taught what to do, practice what you do, then enforce and police what you do in the form of a video. That way when you tell me, hey, I know how to do a setup for the Paintmasters, great. And I want my money associated with that, great. And I want my certification associated with that, great. And I want that dollar associated with that, great. So you produce all of those, and you're policing that. Guess what happens when you stop doing that?
It's no problem.
And I've already given you the dollar to set up a paint station, but when I get there now, the paint stations, they're all running at half. But they should be, because you got that dollar and you stopped. What do I do?
It's going to cost you your job.
Well, everybody, it's a verbal pending termination, pending retraining or termination. Because right now, what we haven't been successful at is threatening you to say, dude, you're already getting that dollar. You're in violation of your position contract. Your production is below. You're at 50 to 75% of your production of what I pay for. So everything that he's read, I'm paying for. He's supposed to be doing it. If he's incomplete in any of those things, now I have a problem. Anything you've done and you're not fulfilling it, you're incomplete. Anything you promise and collect for, you're incomplete. My problem is, if I haven't been removing people from those positions, it's because I suck at what I do. You're great at what you do because you've untrained me to leave you alone. I'm not doing that anymore, that's all. So the videos are there. The video is really the confirmation that you know what to do. And there's really no need to retrain you. Because I'll retrain you with your own video. Oh, you don't remember what to do to set up the Paintmaster station? You have your own videos, right? Right. Why don't you come in,
Go watch them again.
go watch your videos, sit here, I'm not going to pay you. I want you to spend all day looking at every video and you tell me what's wrong with this setup. Now that's a great thing. But if you continue not producing, then I have the right to say, listen, I got to give you 2 weeks notice. By the way, you're not going to be able to collect, you know what I'm saying, because it's a performance issue, and the write-up in your file said so. And when they call me and say, hey, this guy wants to collect, he says, unfair environment, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, dude, it's not the case. By the way, here's his videos on what to do that he's no longer doing. So why don't you ask him? I've watched your videos. How come you don't do this anymore? Oh, the guy's an asshole. Okay, well, that's all I needed to hear. Denied. That's all it is. So it's a little bit of a systematic control of all the hundreds of people that are coming in our future. So just remember, anytime you produce me a video and you get a certification, that is the internal training program that we have. The books that you need to read, that's our internal training program that we have that you must certify in order to grow. We've been a little lackadaisical on those, but we can't be anymore because we'll never go from 3 to 30. We'll go from 3 to 4. We may squeeze out 5. You're never going to go from 3 to 30 because nobody's ready to handle the volume. And then just a shitload of new assholes come into the place full of fucking bullshit excuses. That's all.
Well, if it falls apart down here, anything that comes after.
Yeah, if you can't. So it's pretty simple, but that's why anything that you quote, your experience is going to come back, and this is a very important piece. Your experience is going to come back to me whether you have 30 years or 3 years in something. So listen, here's what I did in this company, and here's the book I was trained from either electrical book that I took to get my license, or a plumbing book that I took to get my license, or a paint book that I took to get my license, or a roofing book to get my license. But then there's the managerial side. The managerial side needs the same thing. It says, hey, I was taught managerial because 3 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, they put me in a class. Here's all the books I used in that class. And whenever I'm telling you what to do, you're going to refer back to a book that you were taught professionally how to be a manager. If no such book exists, now you need to find out what book do I want to use as a common reference. You know, it's just my Bible. My Bible could be a Christian Bible, could be a,
Correct.
you know, yeah, it could be any book. So, but we all have to have one book that you agree is the Bible. It's my book, not your book. Now, so when I say chapter 7 is what I want you to use on this particular situation, you will use chapter 7. If you don't even know what chapter 7 is, then you shouldn't be a supervisor. That's my problem. Because now I have to sort of teach the class on a as per problem basis, and that's just driving me insane. And then when I tell you what to say and do, then you're going to get insane because you're like, well, you know, stop micromanaging me, you know, like, done. We're all done with that. So you have to certify and basically bring in your own books. We'll have that. We'll have some people in the future that are going to hire as managers, and they're going to bring a book that they brought from the college. They went to Suffolk, they went to MIT, they went somewhere, and they said, I took a course, and here's all my books from the thing that I kept, and this is how you manage. Say, oh, because chapter 7 totally contradicts your chapter 3. You're right, yours is better than mine. I'll start using yours from now on. Done. Otherwise, if there's no system of reference of any kind, then it's a, what do you think is best, and what do you think is best, and then all of a sudden it's my dollar bills freaking funding these crazy experiments. Not anymore. So you've done now. You're about to go into the unknown territory of the final space administrator, which is the cashier's position.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So the cashier's position is a potential. What do you call it? Is the potential manager. Because that's what a cashier really is, you know. A cashier is an almost manager. Because by the time you really get great at cashier and you run all the other things, you can actually now become a manager, which is the backup for the cashier you just hired from Burgers.
You can run all the positions.
Right. In the case there's a fallout, you can move everybody down one step. So the manager will come out of his office if the cashier's not in today, and you know,
Which is usually the case.
Yeah.
In most jobs.
and if it's the fry guy, I mean, if the burger guy's out, the cashier jumps into burgers, manager comes out of his office, does cashier, and the fry guy does his job. If the fry guy's out today, then the burger guy goes to cashier, goes to fries, the cashier goes to burgers, and the manager comes out of his office and fills in cashier.
Drops down.
Yeah. Or, you know, everybody stays in their position, and the manager says, dude, don't worry about the fry guy. I can handle fries all by myself, you know, and still run this place. So I just got to keep the pile of fries big. You know? Just keep cooking fries all day long, and, you know, never run out of fries. So that's it all. But the manager gets the biggest spot. So as you do Abe's position, again, and it's not Abe, this is just a general description of some of the things, and you guys need to ask. This is not just specific activities, this is generalizations of your activities, and there's other things that you can always say. So what this also means is that, yeah, you don't have to be told that you have to clean out the trash out of all the barrels in your office. That's your job. Oh, well, I don't want to do that. Well, then you better, if there's money in the budget, hire a janitor and have the janitor clean out all the... Otherwise, you are the janitor.
Again, that all goes right down to the paint masters, to the tech. Again, it's self-policing. It's basic shit you should have been brought up with.
Well, and that's why everything that you're supposed to be 75% core activities and core duties, and 25% is attention to everything else, whoever needs help. Then as you move up, again, 75% core duty and being a technician, and 25% as a helper fill in any situation that needs help through guidance. I mean, you're not supposed to know those positions, but if you're going back to fries, I do know that position 100%. If I have to help the manager, I can help him only 25% without sacrificing my core duties, but I do need to be handheld because some of these things I'm going to get into, it's not really my forte yet, but I will assist in any way I can, and there's nobody ever saying this is not my job. As soon as they say this is not my job, you're saying, you're right, you don't have a job.
It's not your job.
Be responsible for your personal workspace, okay? And that funnels up from everybody. And as you work as a team, your personal workspace is the entire job site. Correct?
Yeah. Well, again, it's easily said and done, but prove it to me.
But when you're getting into a simple thing as trash barrels, again, it starts from the bottom up.
Yeah, but I'll use that as an example, and I'll take off and let you guys finish your piece here, because I don't want you guys to go too long today, and hopefully you can end this by 3 o'clock. Is this: do you Do you have to worry about trash, or do you prevent trash because you put a barrel where everybody makes trash? So what are you? Do you tell everybody to stop throwing shit on the ground, or do you put a barrel in an area that everybody normally
It's trash.
it creates trash in that general area? What do you do?
Put a barrel there.
Exactly. But for some managers, they won't do that. No, they are going to force everybody not to drop cigarette butts and wrappers on the ground. They're gonna spend themselves driving themselves crazy. So if you can't beat them, you not only join them, but you control them. So a barrel is just that. You put a barrel there because the quality of the people that you have there who are just training, you say, listen, these people can't self-police. So now you put a barrel with a penalty that says, whoever Twinkies is on the ground, we need to find out. Because who eats Twinkies? You know, who ate Burger King today? Because now you can say, listen, I put that here because I'm not gonna. First of all, you can't eat anywhere else, so I don't want to see. You can't eat anywhere else. The only place you can eat is around here. There's a barrel there, so at the end of the day, you just throw all the stuff right there, and it's okay. I'm expecting to see some stuff on the ground, but whenever I do see stuff on the ground, I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna go find out whoever it is, and have them pick it up and throw it in. By the way, with that will come the pigeon poo run, where you have to basically, you know, go and pick up all the trash in the whole complex and run the. You do enough of those, people say, "Hey, I'm not doing the pigeon run anymore." Good. Then make sure your food is in that fucking barrel. So that's the key. It's theoretical. It's practical, and then it's you gotta have a system of training. Because if you're not about duplication, then you shouldn't be getting into supervisory positions. Because supervisory positions has nothing really to do about your technical skill. It has to do with your ability to get other people to technically be as good as you, and that's 3 to 5 people. But that's a whole new game. That's a whole psychological game. Because you're going to, out of those 3 to 5 people, some like you, some don't. Some will purposely sabotage your growth. You have to understand the two. You're going to guide those that are willing, and you're going to control and chain up those that are unwilling, and you better have an exit strategy for those people because they will piss in your soup. That's what this is about. So, you guys wrap up the last piece. Just give me a call when you're wrapping up the day. And next week's another short week. Office mode activity. Alright, you still going back down to 49 Clinton? Is it finished or not finished?
It's not finished.
Okay. Well, we'll get an update on that. Merry Christmas again. Merry Christmas again. Merry Christmas again.
Happy New Year too.
Yep. And we'll just give me a call later on. Continue with the class.
We never talked about the Hindi job.
Yeah, we will. But not now. This is kind of short numbers. You can call
Next week.
Okay.
So, let me get in here. A lot of this is carryover. You go from paint master to fire escape tech or mechanic, and then you get into this. A lot of stuff is just, again, this is level 3, just a carryover from 1 and 2. So, full logistics of jobs, 1 to 3 months in advanced repair, fabrication, painting, installation, systems developer. Training and tool knowledge.
Where are you reading from?
You don't have
There's no
this.
question.
This is for managers. Again, I don't possess.
The contracts are supposed to get shorter and shorter. For example, you got a painter contract is at 34 things, right? You know, and then you got the fire escape mechanic contract. It's got like 20 things plus the 34. You know what I mean? And you got a supervisor, which has got 14.
You're more or less adding on to the last.
It's got 14 things plus the
Everything before it.
the other 40. You know, and then the supervisor, the manager one is supposed to have like 10 things plus the other 50. You know, kind of thing. By right, it's supposed to be getting shorter. Because you got
So
all these other
again, a
things.
lot of this stuff's carried over. It's just,
Right, you're adding on. Each one is new.
Yes.
There's new duties on top of your previous duties.
Yes.
All right. So number 1, full logistics of jobs. 1 to 3 months advanced repair, fabrication, painting, installations, and system developer. Again, you have systems managers, you have systems developers.
Definitely system developer at that level, yeah.
You know, are there better ways to do things? You know, with documentation, geez, we've done it this way, and that way.
The analytical system.
Right, analytics. Trainer and tool knowledge, through video watched and cut 5-minute intervals through documentation. Power tools, welding machines,
That's part of the other
torch,
stuff.
hand tools.
That's part of you're supposed to have learned that already on the other stuff.
Right. Now, I can do it in hand tools, I can do it in power tools. Welding machines, no. Torch, I could give you a half a class, but
Half a class. Me too.
I love the blue wrench.
Right?
Blue wrench never fails.
Right.
Again, we don't get to use torch much on site. Again, that's something you'd use in the shop.
I used to use.
How often do you even use a torch?
Not very often.
Trainer in tool management, boxology, safety, hand tools, power tools, masonry through videos and documentation. Paint master trainer, all training based on video watching. I can't even read that.
You're supposed to be a supervisor trainer or anybody trainer.
Oh, video watching and cutting. Safety coordinator, trainer through videos and documentation, hard hats, handles, glasses, blah, 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 blah. Job preparation, documentation, trainer through videos and documentation. Have and have not, sheet, drawings, cutting sheet.
Training that? Is training that or doing that?
What's that?
Is it haves and not? Haves and has not? Is he training it or doing it?
Neither.
I think Abe fucked up a little bit, man. This contract is supposed to be very office related.
Should be training in the have and have not sheet.
Yeah.
Because I should already be doing have and have not sheet.
Seems to mechanics, you know, system mechanics should have been doing that already. You know what I mean? And training that a long time ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, this position is what? You know, it's what you're heading towards, right? This position is 75% in the office and 25% in the field, right?
Well, he's got it down to 75% field and 25% office.
No, this is the manager, right?
Right.
It's, the top one is the opposite. So
Right.
everything is, most of it is, I should be hearing inspection reports, I should be hearing, you know what I mean? A lot of office related shit. And of course a lot of training, but related to supervisor, you know what I mean? People right under him, you know, immediate, you know.
Because there's not supposed to be a manager on every 3-man team.
No, it's,
That manager
75%
oversees
in the
multiple,
office.
right.
so that's, I don't know where he got that from.
This is a growing thing. You understand this, because we don't do a lot.
You know, since
Some
I'm
of
the
the stuff.
writer here, I'm gonna try to make this a little better, but you know, for now this is it.
Again, professionalizing an unprofessional business
Yes.
and bringing it, to the next level.
We can tell already this don't make much sense, but you know, it's supposed to be a lot of office related stuff. Same there, you know, I mean a lot of
Job preparation, documentation trainer through videos and documentation. I already did that, haven't I? Time tracking and task manager trainer. Starting times, finishing times, breaks.
again, paymaster's supposed to know that too. So.
Right. But again,
So a lot of that is repetitive. So you see how the list is supposed to be getting shorter as
and as any manager or any cashier or whatever, you're supposed to be making sure everybody's doing their job in accordance to the system. Because as you grow, a system's meant to manage itself for the most part.
Good one. Huh?
Right. So a manager's supposed to be overseeing multiple teams. The mechanic's already policing and making sure the paint master's doing his thing. So again, it's a mushroom effect of
It's
supervising and oversight.
It's hierarchical, right?
Right. Expense tracking and training, credit card holder, petty cash, reports, receipts. Again, I don't even know what we have for reports, because I've seen like 4 of them.
For receipts, there's just that sheet, but
Expense sheet.
they don't like us. Sometimes they don't like us doing that shit because they think it's a waste of time at our level.
I think it is a waste of time. That's why you have bean counters in the office. That's why you have bean counters in the office. I just try to break it down. I try to break it down. I showed you. This is
Okay.
stuff we can talk about later. But the way I've been doing it for Anna
Yeah.
is just breaking it down weekly.
So if we don't do this, Armin has to do it. So I know we have been doing
I don't
it
think
for.
Alvin's doing this.
So yeah, well, so it's up to them again.
Okay.
They come up with this stuff.
Can I have this?
They come up with this stuff and they give it to us. And
Then it gets dropped and nobody's told about it.
no, they Cisco told me not to do it. You know, the last time he told me to separate between like on a long trip, right? You fill the gas so many times, right? Separate gas receipts from food receipts, and then separate cash receipts. It's usually the food ones, right? Cash receipts from credit card receipts, and staple it together. That's it. Office people was gonna do it. You know what I mean? Do it all. You know, because they didn't want me to waste time writing all those things there. Because the form has it all the separation. The form CC means credit card, in cash. You know, and everything is cash, which is food. You write down here. You know, the materials usually credit card. You know.
Again, if you're holding all your receipts and you put it together for that week ending, and the job name, the bean counter or the people in accounting are the ones that take this. You know,
Sure.
Nobody should be an accountant. That's not what they are. Or
Again, there's a lot of things we do not supposed to. You know what I mean? There's a lot of.
it's double dipping though. If you do it in the field,
I understand.
maybe I'm missing
I
something.
understand what you mean, man, but.
You shouldn't have to do it again.
Interview, yeah, you're just spending money for. You hand all your receipts to the bean counter. 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8. It's real
They're
easy.
supposed to do it themselves there.
Right.
But
It's a matter of, well, interviews, reviews, and compensation. Hire, fired.
yeah, that is
All
part
employed.
that is part of the managerial position contract. Hiring and firing.
Site logistics, setup. Power sources, what? Bathrooms, closing of the site.
Even the paint is supposed to do that.
Customer service level 1, 2, 3. Complaints, questions, concerns, collections.
Level 3.
Piece of cake. Inspections in and out of state. Vehicle maintenance trainer. Coast to coast travel, coast to coast training. Seminars, level 1, level 2, level 3.
Seminars. Yeah.
You want to tell me about that?
I mean, I guess it's a possibility of seminars, but
Seminar, the 6-hour seminar that he does?
I guess a seminar is a possibility. Yeah, that's what it is, a seminar. It's
Proposals
possible.
trainer,
If you-
cost and
if you
pricing.
If you train hard enough, you know, anything's trainable, but you know.
Travel logistics trainer, hotel meals, transportation rentals, driver training, 2-site inspections, seminars in and out of state. Systems manager, systems developer. I can't even read that. Something marketing trainer. 25% office meeting, Somerville, Lynn, LA. Teleconference. West Coast, East Coast repairs. FileMaker Pro.
Again, he did the best he could with
Trainer.
what he had, but you know, I think he did that after I did mine, which is you know,
Report generator. See, don't. There's a lot of stuff here. For any one person, you'll pop. This is why so much of the shit, and it's not shit, some of the stuff doesn't get done. Again, it's hierarchy. Hats are gonna get passed around. So, again, he's not here, and again, how do you backfill? How do you backfill?
More hours, I guess. Nights and weekends.
You know,
And sometimes not even I want to work nights and weekends. Don't even call me, you know what I mean? I'm on vacation, we'll do more vacation.
computer literate, smartphones, laptops, PC, Evernote, Skype, WebEx. The only thing I need to learn that is
Yesterday, for example, if you called me to talk about those drivers I did, call me tomorrow.
when do you call you?
For example, if you were to call me yesterday to talk about jobs, it's Christmas, you know what I mean?
Out of state job oversight, vendor developer, development trainer, report generator again, special projects, facilities management,
Report generator.
Mount Vernon, LA tasks, higher level operations, books, licenses, certifications applicable to fire escape services.
Vendor trainer, I've been doing vendor trainer, but I guess it's more, he has to do more. Actually, he has to do, but my level is supposed to start doing vendor training too. It just shouldn't be completed at my level. It should be completed at that level, you know what I mean? With all the paperwork related to it.
I mean, I'm certainly still learning and developing from Paint Master, from Tech. I'm supposed to be a manager, but I still have to backfill a lot of the stuff. I may not have to teach welding, but I better know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Him as a fabricator is supposed to be able to teach level 1, 2, and 3 welding, correct?
And I've had it before. But level 1, you know, again, it's a good thing that fire escapes, most fire escapes are old. You know, for the fabrication side, you know, we need, like Cisco said, the repairing side is more important for now, you know what I mean? And then we'll get into the fabrication side of it. Remember when I told them I was making a folder with all the pictures and stuff, to like I was gonna make a nice envelope thing, picture thing. And he said, don't worry about it for now, worry about the repair side of it, finishing, you know what I mean, completing the tools, all this stuff like that, and teaching the repair side. The fabrication will come, you know, it's not, because he said the fabrication you can just subcontract it, worst case scenario, you know what I mean, and oversee it somehow. You know? I don't know how he's going to oversee it, but people don't know, but subcontracting, you know.